Welcome to HearthBreakers with your hosts Monk Business, Dorathor, Iron Shaft, and Hirudra. Hello guys, this is episode 11 of HearthBreakers, and in this episode we will take a look at the last cards from that was revealed at BlizzCon from the 29 card set or 28, I don't know. Yeah. And we're just gonna jump right into it with a very special card that is gonna be revealed in a second. Mimiron's Head. So it's a 5 mana legendary for 4/5. At the start of your turn, if you have at least 3 mechs, destroy them all and form a Voltron. And as you can see, Voltron is this crazy guy that has Mega Wind Fury and Charge. So it's basically at least 16 damage, if not a ton of value. So Voltron you cannot have in your deck. You need to get it through Mimiron's set. And I think it's not specified, but Mimiron might be able to count itself as one of the 3 mechs it has to be destroyed.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can count itself.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense.
So, good or bad?
Cool.
Well, when you just read the effect, it seems good, but there's a lot of hidden information that actually makes it bad. So first of all, at the start of your turn, if you have at least 3 mechs, so basically, you play this card, and you have 2 other mechs, and then they all have to survive until your next turn, and then you get Voltron.
Exactly. But if we have the mech swarm zoo spam deck, it might just be on curve. You play a shit ton of cards.
That's actually true.
But it's one of those win more kind of cards, like the 4-drop.
Well, actually, it can be in the zoo mech deck that we talked about. It can actually be like a Leroy finisher style card.
Yeah.
But that you have, you give your opponent a turn to react to it.
Yeah, but they might not have a solution because they've used all their stuff on all your minions already.
Yeah, true.
They might.
It's like a 4 or 5. It's not the easiest thing to
But
kill.
then again, you're gonna say you might gonna play it on curve. The fact that you need 3 specific cards from your deck to get that curve, it's really, really, really. There's a really big chance it's not gonna happen at all. So I think some people are gonna try this out, and they are probably gonna try like 25 times. So not gonna happen, and then they're gonna stop playing it.
I think it might be okay. I'm not gonna. It's not one of those cards that you're gonna craft. But if you draw it randomly, you might try it out. But I think it's a Yeti that costs 1 more and then has the mech synergy. But it also kind of you have to destroy 3 mechs. If you destroy 3 mechs, those 3 mechs could probably at least deal 8, 9 damage. So.
Yeah. One of the good things is that even though you just realize, okay, I'm not gonna get that combo, I don't have the card for it right now, and I have to put something out now, you can still play it for 5 mana as a Yeti. 5 mana.
So it's not the worst.
Which is a mech.
Yeah, it's not like the other 4-drop, which is just really bad. What was it?
7/4 or
yeah, exactly.
4/7.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 things. One, if you read, I'm not actually sure about this, but if you have at least 3 mechs, destroy them all. Does that mean if you have 4 mechs, it will still destroy them all and not just 3?
That's actually true.
No,
I think them all is
3.
them 3.
Okay, so it will destroy the
But
3.
how do you choose? There's no random in there.
Random, I think.
I believe it will take Mimiron's Head
At the start of your turn, if you have at least 3 mechs, destroy them all.
At least 3 mechs, destroy them all.
Yeah, exactly. At least.
Yeah,
That's true. So
that's a bit of a backside, I think. But yeah, okay. Second, I'm really looking forward to the animation of this transformation because I think it will look really cool.
Oh yeah, true. It's probably gonna beat some. What is it? One of these Japanese mech forming.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Some kind of transformer stuff in there.
Yeah, exactly.
The traditional
the
style.
Power Rangers theme in the background and just go crazy.
Yeah. And just put a rock biter on there and go ham.
Yeah.
Oh my god. it's insane, and a lot of people just really hype the card a lot right now because the stats are insane. Well, I just watch a lot of posts and people say, "Oh my god, this sounds so crazy, mega Fury," but you have to take everything into account and really just do the math behind it and see that this can be.
I think most of the people that really hype it don't realize like you get it out with the card. Like they think it's just a standalone card.
Oh yeah. No.
I think it's too situational to be played a lot, but I actually really like the card. I think it's really cool, and I think that sometimes it will win games. And I like the concept.
The only thing, like you said, it destroys all your mechs, but you kind of have to float still because you don't want your opponent to be able to kill one and then you don't get it. So it's kind of like
then you have another chance to do it.
Yeah, you can just.
Dude,
it continues, I guess.
That was the dream for the Divine Shield guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It's so hard to kill.
Someone doesn't. Oh my god.
Well, I guess that's it for Miron's head. It's gonna be really fancy to see whether or not it works. So the next card is a priest specific card. It's a 5/5/5 upgraded repair bot. Battlecry, give a friendly mech 4 health, and it's a mech itself. I think it's really strong.
So basically, this card is like, hey, priest is the best class. Yep.
Yep. Well, it's situational in the fact that you have to Mex has to get into the priest decks in the new meta.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get really into the decks in the regular priest decks we're gonna see, it's not gonna get a lot of playtime, I think.
That's true, and the priest already have a lot of strong cards that you need to play that are not mechs. Like the 3/2 that we talked about earlier, and with that card you need to play Cabal, and you also want to play the 3/4 drop Dark Cultist.
You probably want Auctioneer as well.
Yeah, and all of a sudden there's not really space for this card.
Yeah, and the 5-drop contests a lot of legendaries as well.
But priest, like the thing priest has been missing is actually a 5-drop. Like you don't see any 5-drop in priest decks.
Sylvanas? Yes, no, it's a 6-drop.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Sludge Belcher is the one, but yeah, I agree.
But when that is said, depending on the amount of mech cards you get, you might build a mech deck without the stable priest cards, just with this guy instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think it will be 2 separate decks. Or it might, I don't know.
It might also.
Well, with Valence Chosen and this card, like, it's gonna be insane.
With what did you say?
Valence Chosen.
Valence Chosen.
Oh, Valence Chosen.
The buffing.
Yeah. A minion-based priest deck could be really good. The thing is that the discussion about the 6/6 guy that buffs for 3 has always been that if it was a 5/5 that buffed for 2, it would be insane.
Yeah. The earlier it is, the better it is, and also this gives more health.
Exactly.
So like this card is definitely better, and also with more minions that you can buff, like it's even better that way.
Yeah.
And it's a mech, so it gets the tribal
exactly.
from all the other cards.
I really think it's gonna be a strong card.
Oh god, this down to 3.
So the next card is Matter Bomber. So it's not Mad Bomber, it's even Matter.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-drop, 5/4. Battlecry deals 6 damage randomly split between all other characters.
Yeah, so basically a Mad Bomber just on steroids.
Yeah,
or with more bombs in the pocket.
It's funny actually because this guy is in this exact same boat as the Spectral Knight, where you have an effect that is really similar, but just because it's a later drop, it's way different.
Like, you think of Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, Fairy Dragon and Mad Bomber compared to Matter Bomber and Spectral Knight, where it's the same effect and just stats, but the fact that it's later makes it way different. Because for Mad Bomber, I always thought that Mad Bomber is an early drop, but if you play an early deck, it's really disruptive for yourself. But if it was later, it's one of those where you have no minions and you play it, and then its effect becomes way stronger.
Yeah.
And I actually think this card is really strong.
The big thing about the similarities between like Fairy Dragon and Spectral Knife, there's a big difference in the amount of health and damage.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
if it was a 2/3, I would kind of agree to the statement. For Fairy Dragon was a 2/3 and 4/6 on a Spectral
If
Knife.
it was a 6/4 Spectral Knife, it would be awful.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that it has 4 health, again, we talked about it on a lot of other cards. 4 health is not a lot, so
It dies easily.
yeah.
But 6 damage.
Yeah.
Like if this guy's the only one you have, it's like Avenging Wrath. It's a slightly worse Avenging Wrath that can hit your face, but also like hit your face is not a big disadvantage if you have no other minions. So it's gonna hit a lot of your opponent's stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing against Hunter and you play this card on turn 5 and you're like, oh, I'm gonna kill all of those Hunter creatures, and then you take 6 damage and die next turn.
Well,
Yep.
it is a ridiculously amount of RNG in the card, so it's not gonna be. I think everybody says it's not gonna be played competitively in any way.
I think it might.
Oh, dude!
I really think it might.
Randomly,
It's really good anti like early game.
you
card.
don't know that for sure.
I think it is.
You're gonna even
It
doubt
deals-
it before you trade it because, like I talk about with the Mad Bomber, it often revenges on yourself and you got horrible RNG and it just really hurts you so bad. It's the same gonna happen when you put more damage on a card. I think. So.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No,
I don't.
no.
I think it might be better than you guys think.
Mine was just
So
so
positive.
Because-
in the card.
I thought about it when I first looked at it, and I thought the stats were really bad. But it's just double the amount of soft bombs, and because you play it alone, it's just.
Might be.
But yeah, it's not one of those like hyped cards.
Yeah,
No.
obviously good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those on the edge. It might become good, but whatever. So the next guy is kind of similar. It's a 5/3/3 Mad Lobber, or not Mad Lobber. It's Bomb Lobber. Battlecry deals 4 damage to a random enemy minion. So it's basically flame cannon on a minion,
Yeah.
and it's
Still a bit random effect there.
yeah.
Oh my god.
What's nice about this guy is that it's 5 mana, mana, because
For
your
the bomb
opponent
lobber.
plays in a Miracle Rogue, conceal the Gadgeton on
Oh,
turn
yeah.
5, destroy it.
Yeah, again with the just like we talked about Deadly Shot, the
Yeah.
random factor there can be really strong, but can be really random as
Yeah.
well. It has very low stats for a 5-drop,
Yeah, really
so
low.
you really have to
think-
rely on the 4 damage.
It misses
think-
5 stats.
I think the stats are actually perfect if you consider the card, the mage card.
Yeah, yeah,
for
that's
2
true.
mana, for 2 mana you get the effect. And here, like if you cut 2 mana, it's a 3/3 for 3.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm not really sure about this card because it dies so easily. It's just you play it for the effect, and then it's just a shitty minion.
I don't
afterwards.
think. Nope. I don't think it's gonna be played. It's only good against.
Miracle.
It's only good against. I don't know decks that play HearthBreakers and just like cards that drop good monsters
At
that
exactly
stand
4 health.
alone with 4 or like 3 health.
Yeah.
And like it's you want to play it in control decks kinda, and it's completely useless against Sue. It's completely useless against any kind of rush
Yeah.
because they will have multiple minions and maybe not even a single one that's good to hit.
Some spider
And
hits this.
yeah, and it's not really good in control either unless you are lucky to hit. Like hitting an armor smith is really bad. Like you'd rather have like I don't know a good 5-drop.
I just don't see why you would play this card over Sludge Belcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever.
Yeah. Different roles, but still.
Yeah.
In all of our decks at the moment and the
Current
meta
meta,
deck,
yeah.
there are so few spots, and we talked about it over and over again. There's so few spots you can change actually minions, and this is just completely a wild card. So you can't actually allow yourself to put it in there if you want to.
Yeah, that's true.
To play a good deck.
It's one of those if randomly side decking is allowed. This guy can just completely shut
that's
down Miracle Rogue
Oh yeah.
by itself.
Yeah. But yeah.
But
I guess we have
without
no idea
that,
if that's
it's
gonna
not really.
happen.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next guy, which is Blingtron 3000. It's a 5-drop 3/4 mech. Battlecry equip a random weapon for each player, including apparently some random weapons that are not in your collection.
Yeah, definitely that one random weapon we talked about in the last episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like this card for once. We talked
Let's
about
hear
it.
why. Let's hear why.
Okay, so put it in your let's say a deck that really likes weapons, in Paladin Warrior maybe, and pair it with an Ooze or pair it, pirate decks, man. No, pair it with Harrison Jones on the 10 mana. You can get a weapon, maybe 8 cards, maybe probably 2 cards, and have 2 minions on the board who is
and a weapon.
Yeah, and a weapon. So I like it because I like weapons mainly. I think the stats are what's holding the card back. I think, but I like the fact that you get a weapon and get some take out of that.
Yeah,
I definitely see the point, and I think like if you pull off the combo, either with, especially with Harrison Jones, but even with Ooze,
it's fine.
I can see it's good. But the thing is, if you don't have one of those 2 cards, it's just
insanely bad.
First of all, it's random, so you might get something that's really awful, and he might get something that's really good, or the other way around, of course.
The thing is, when I look at this card, I see a card with a neutral effect and bad stats. So, but beside, like you mentioned, the combos are really strong. If you get a weapon and you destroy your opponent's weapon, you get a shit ton of value. Like a weapon can often be like anything between 3 or like 6.
Well, the average weapon is quite good. Like maybe, I don't know, like 3-2, 4-2, 4-2 maybe.
4 weapons.
Yeah, and that's
3 as well.
the worst you can get is that paladin
1-4.
1-4.
No, it's the upgrade one. The upgrade one, 1-3.
What?
If you can get that one, the one from the spell upgrade, if you use it on nothing.
Oh, but that's
1-3,
not. That's not a.
You
weapon
might not be able to get
I
it.
don't think you can get that.
Okay.
I don't know.
My biggest worry about it is since it's a 5-drop and you have to, the best combo is with a 5-drop.
Yeah,
so it's really late game, and weapons is not that great late game if you consider what's actually happening in that part of the game. So it has some ups and downs, but yeah, I would definitely gonna try it out, but I can see it fall short in a lot of scenarios. Yeah.
Fun fact: you can only get golden weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, no matter what you do, it's gonna be
the
golden.
Blink, man.
Even if Blingtron is not golden.
Yeah, like no matter, like even if he's just like not golden, then you still get golden weapons because it's Blingtron.
Bling it up.
It's nice.
So, Piloted Sky Golem. It's a 4-drop.
It's a
6-4. I am totally out of my head.
Okay,
right
I'll
now.
do this. It's a 6-drop. Not so good stat, 6-4. It has a death rattle effect that says summon a random forecast minion.
And it's a mech.
And it's a mech.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I think it's really
It's
good.
the same as Shredder. I think it's really good.
I think it's like you can compare it to Can,
Yeah.
and it's really good. I think like, compared to Can, it's better than Can. I think. Well, maybe
It's a
not
mech.
better, but similar.
Yeah, it's very similar to Can.
Yeah.
It has 1 stat more, but it has it in attack, so it's a
Best
aggressive
case, you get a Pit Lord, and it's a 5/6.
No, you can get the Drake from Visera, I believe. It's better.
Oh,
You
that
might-
depends.
7/6?
It's not craftable,
Yeah.
You might not be okay. You might not be.
so I
able to
don't
do it.
think you can.
So like Pit Lord, so you get a 6/4 and a 5/6.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the worst 4-drop you can get?
Defender, Fargus, 2-3.
Yeah, Defender of Argus, I guess. Something along those lines.
Yeah,
But
probably.
even Defender is okay. Like
Yeah, but then it's definitely worse than
Can.
Can. But yeah, that's worst case. I know.
worst case.
No?
We talked about it, but we talked about the other guy earlier with the Harvest Golem, comparing the two when it summons the minions next to it instead of a death rattle. I really think Cairn still has the fact that you have to kill this first and then you have to
This
kill
guy
the
has
other.
that as well.
It's the
It's
same.
Death Rattle also.
Oh shit, it's a death rattle, sorry.
Yeah.
Summon random for.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really easy to compare to Cairn, and now it's not legendary.
The average case is a 4/4.
I think I'd rate Cairn higher in general, but because this is a mech card, it will be better in those decks.
Yeah, exactly.
But in general, I think I'd value Cairn higher.
But yeah,
because
so
of the
if
5
you
health?
Yeah, and as
It's more
Dora
consistent.
says, it's 4/4 on average. The thing it spawns. I believe someone has counted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
6/4 plus 4/4 is worse than 4/5 4/5. In my opinion.
But it's a great card stats wise.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's not bad,
If you calculate it. Yeah.
So it's basically if you want to play free Cairns or if you're on a budget, like there's actually no reason to like really craft Cairn because this is so similar, I think.
Yeah.
It's similar enough, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Cairn is a great drop in a lot of varieties of decks. Just want some kind of stellar mid-late game transition.
And as noted, it's a mech card. So
Yeah.
like drop it on turn 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop it on turn 4, exactly.
And if the mech's gonna dominate the meta with the decks,
might
this is gonna be showed a lot.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's kind of like you wouldn't play a 6-drop in Zoo.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
So it's
Depends
it's
on
not
your curve there.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I think the 4-drop that we talked about in
Yeah,
another
the 4-drop
episode
I feel
is
is
better than this because it's mech and it's early and it's kind of similar in like value.
Well, consider we spoke of a curving mage deck earlier with the new mage card.
Yeah, true.
I could see this in that.
Yeah, true. That's actually true. With the blasting mage thing,
Yeah.
arcane missile. Yeah, I agree.
Alright.
So, Dr. Boom.
Dr.
7
Boom.
for 7/7. Battlecry summons 2 1/1 Doom bots. Warning: Boom bots may explode. So
what is the thing Blizzard has about giving 7 mana cost minions 7 attack? Like I swear, over half of them have 7 attack. Like
there's
Addon,
like
Assassin, War Golem.
Gruul? No, he's 8. War Golem, yeah.
But yeah, it's actually funny because with War Golem now, this card is just straight up better. There's
Yeah, but it's
never
legendary.
a time. Yeah, but that still doesn't happen. There's no card that is just straight up better.
True.
That's
It backfires
that's
with
not true.
Unleash.
It's not true because now War Golem might be a mech, and therefore it is not straight up better anymore because it has the affiliation or the tribal. So Dr. Boom, I really like this card. I think this is one of the cards that I'm most hyped about, even though it's very simple.
Like stats wise, it's insane.
Yeah, it's really
7/7
really strong.
for 7. You get
Oh,
2
God.
1/1s. They can attack, but after they die, they kill stuff.
They can hit
deal
face as
additional
well.
damage
No, they can't. It's
to random enemy.
random.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can hit
that's
face.
everything.
That's
everything.
really good. It's good that they can hit face.
Yeah, because then the downside will be if the enemy had a clear board, he can just use removal on the 2 minions and just wouldn't do anything, but it still would do. So yeah, the stats wise is really amazing.
It's really strong. There's not really many 7-drops that lets you push. Like the only 7-drop you can really play outside of Druid is Berengeddon, and it's a very defensive card. I think Dr. Boom is really an aggressive card, kind of like Cairn versus Sylvanas, where Cairn you played in an aggressive deck, Sylvanas you played in a little more defensive deck, and Dr. Boom just allows you to put pressure on your opponent that your opponent cannot really do much about, because these minions is not, they just die to AoE, they still do a lot of work. And the only downside to Dr. Boom maybe might be that he dies to a big game hunter.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, that's
6/7 would be a sick
Yeah.
minion actually.
6/8.
6/8. Oh god. But yeah, I like the bombs as well.
Like the dream with this card, you play this card next to and you play a mech and you play the Voltron guy.
Oh,
Then they
Minions
destroy your mechs, deal 4 damage to all their guys, and summon the big guy.
it's a dream. That's actually the dream.
It's the dream, but it's a very tough.
Not gonna happen though.
Yeah.
But well, you need one more mech for that.
No,
No,
because
it's supposed to.
Mimron is one mech
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
itself.
Yeah, okay.
But the chances of a Doom bot, like a Boom bot, surviving while you have a mirror on. It's like
But again, you don't wanna kill it on command because it's gonna deal damage to your own stuff.
You still want to kill it because otherwise it attacks, deal 1 damage, and then still does. This is the effect.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I really think this is a super strong card and one of those that you might actually want to craft for all of, like just to have the ability to play
generic.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
So the next guy is the last in the line, not the last card, but the last in the line of these
Death Rattle
summon stuff. And it's Needs Old Shredder, 8 mana, 5/7. Death Rattle, summon a random legendary minion. So do you have some of those generic stats, Dario, on this guy?
I believe it's like... Generally, it's just really good.
Yeah. So
like, the only bad one is Cho, I think.
That's not. There's
more.
There's Lawwalker. There's the fishing guy. Nat Pagel, exactly.
And the one.
Tinkmaster.
Tinkmaster, and there's the
Blood
Mage.
There's a low chance you'll get something useless.
Yeah, because the vast majority of legendaries
are really strong.
Yeah.
And even like a mid-range, like a Hugger is still really good to get with this guy. Or like a Cairn or Sylvanas or Harrison Jones is probably about the middle line where it's like, but still okay.
But stats wise, it's really great still because for 5/7 it doesn't need a lot of stats to gain that. To gain the value of an 8 drop. So
and the dream
stats wise, it's often gonna pay out. I think.
Yeah.
The dream. This card dies. You
get
Hazard. It revives this card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I must say this card is really strong, but I really dislike it.
Yeah.
I dislike it more than the other guys because Legendary has a way bigger variance.
Yeah.
Where if you play in a tournament, like let's say you play a BlizzCon World Championship thing, both guys plays this and one gets Slowwalk and the other guy gets Ragnaros, it's just okay, that's the game decided.
I'd say Legendary has a lesser variance.
Because they're fewer legendary.
If you look at all the 4-drops, many of them will be very close to being the same. There's not a huge difference between a Yeti and a dark dark iron dwarf or whatever.
Yeah, the card text often has a lot of impact on the game you're playing when it's a legendary.
Yeah, I guess.
Where there's a way bigger difference between getting like a Lawwalker. Like the worst 4-drop and the best 4-drops are still way closer than the worst legendary and the best legendary.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case.
It's definitely going to be something people want to silence, and if people are going to take this card, I think we're going to see at least an owl or whatever.
Hey guys,
or 2
guys. Shrink Master into take it and hit. What is it called?
What?
Shadow Madness. Shrink Master into Shadow Madness in this card. Yeah. You can get the legendary. From
whoa. That's true. But outside of that, I think the stats are really, really great on this guy. Because almost everything has 5 health. Like the extra, like for the 6 attack would have been better, of course, but it's not necessary. And then it has a lot of health, so you can trade and then afterwards get like a Ragnaros or or some crazy shit.
And it's gonna be fun to play as well, even without the downside of it being horribly bad.
Yeah, I think it's really strong. It's probably in the statistics, it's probably the strongest of all of them. But it's also the most from both sides, both your opponent and yourself. This is the most hate infusing card in the game. It's just there's gonna be a tons of videos where it's like, hey, Lawwalker, hey, Ragnaros. That's gonna happen.
That's true.
It's like it's like the Tinkmaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Love-hate relationship.
Where you're like, hey, I get a 1/1.
Yeah.
You get a 5/5 or vice versa. So. Exactly. So the next one is Mechgineer Thermopluck. What is that name even? I don't know the name. So it's a 9-drop, 9/7 mech. Whenever an enemy minion dies, summon a Lebanon. So the text is really interesting, but I think this card sucks I think this card is probably the worst card so far. Like of all, even
Blingtron?
I think Blingtron, you can play Blingtron.
My Blingtron.
The thing is, the Blingtron has some kind of like something it can do, but this guy is just never gonna be doing anything except for when you get it out with the Shredder guy or whatever.
Like honestly, like when I look at this card, my very first thought is I would really, really like to see that one guy in Blizzard who came up with this card. Just ask him what the fuck he was thinking about and how he ever in the world made this card actually go through to the real game.
But why Leopardome? Why?
Why Leopardome? Why the stats? Like why 9/7 for 9 mana? Like whoa, what? The name? Like nothing makes sense.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's a mech.
So
You summon it on turn 3 in arena.
It's the card where they had a big meeting around the table and they were like, we need a really big mech legendary, and then they just looked out and nobody had an idea except that one guy in the corner who was like, pick me, and then in the end they decide, okay, we'll take your card.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much Ben Bro that came up with the idea.
I think this is just like this is the equivalent of like the Nostormo guy. It's just It's just a troll card where we want people to make some videos about some crazy shit where you probably won anyway, or you set it up with a friend to make some ridiculous shit.
Hit from the
like,
leper machine.
Yeah, like you have this guy and he wants to feel it. Whirlwind, Lebanose, Whirlwind. What's he doing? What? Your opponent has like a kill facade, full field of Lebanomes. You have this guy, full field of Lebanomes. Just Whirlwind. They come back next turn. Whirlwind. I don't know.
The plant disagrees.
The plant thinks that Mech Engineer is really strong. I'm sorry, plant. So yeah,
I guess you
just
planned that.
the card is bad. Kill facade is almost always going to be better, even though they're not completely the same. It's kind of like you trade your guys into their guys to get more advantage, right? So
yeah, okay.
It's just
I get the point.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, don't play this. For me, this is gonna be one of those.
Don't touch.
Yeah, never play. Disenchant if I need.
Well, a lot of the cards that are
if it's golden.
a lot of the cards that are really really weird and bad in a very obvious way.
Yeah.
They're often very funny to play and very gimmicky. This is just like not in the same way as the other ones. So I think it's great that they do a expansion where there's a lot of great cards. We can instantly see they're gonna affect the meta, and some cards that's not just that's not gonna affect that much, but they're fun, and I really want to try them out. Mm-hmm. This card is maybe the only one I've seen so far that doesn't have that to it. So it's
you feel like it's not fun enough because it's so incredibly bad.
Yeah,
actually, if you had the same effect on like a 6-drop with worse stats, then you probably could. I could see some combos. I could maybe play a warrior charge dude and Lebanomes all over the field with my opponent's full field. That
not on turn 9. That's way too late.
But it's just impossible to do anything on turn 9. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So wait, what?
Let's see.
I failed you, my brother.
That's right.
So while we give you epilepsy, we are gonna. Yeah, there we go. The last card, Clockwork Giant. It's a 12-drop 8/8, costs 1 less mana for each card in your opponent's hand, and it's a mech. You can actually drop it for 0. It is possible.
Oh,
if you have double Warper and your opponent has a full hand. 0.
Like that ever gonna happen?
It's never gonna happen. Because they're never gonna play that in the same deck. But
don't consider the legitimacy of the card. You've been bashing it all day.
Yeah, but why? Mountain Giant is 12 mana as well, right?
Yeah.
Does it only count other cards in your hand? Because it's 3 mana when you have 10 cards in hand.
Yeah, of course it doesn't.
Okay, it doesn't count. Oh, okay, that's why then.
Yeah.
I've been bashing this card all day because it has its uses against handlock in the case that they play greedy, but it is not useful in any other matchups at all. It's just gonna be dead.
The thing is,
play a mill deck.
yeah, you
okay,
make a deck based on this card, like you make a deck based on the other giants. The
Yeah.
giants are all about building a deck to support it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
need that. Yeah.
Crap, I'll lose if someone makes a deck of this.
But that's many reasons you think it's
Yeah.
bad is because mill isn't great in what's currently being played.
So it's like, I guess you play the guy that gives you spare parts, and you always get the bounce to hand.
Yeah.
You just always get that, and then you play Mukla a shit ton of times.
Yeah, and there's been talk about a lot of other cards who will benefit for the mill system.
Yeah.
It's not. There hasn't been anything released yet, but I think it's Noxious who made a video about a card that would actually give the enemies small coins if you play spells. I think.
Yeah.
So, if there's gonna be more cards in the expansion that favors the mill system, it might be a card for them. But in any other way, no.
I think it's really hard to play like this compared to the other giants. It's harder to play this because it's dependent on your opponent more than yourself. But it's one of those. I think it's gonna be really fun to play around with, and you might see some crazy stuff out of nowhere because, like, it's one of those cards where the remaining 90 cards might just completely break it. Like if you see some mech card that gives your opponent these spare parts, like en masse, like a Mukla kind of card that gives your opponent spare parts, all of a sudden you have a lot of options to make Clockwork Giant great.
And actually, like it kind of synergizes with Mountain Giant as well. If you play it in like a rogue mill deck with
bounce for both. Yeah.
With the what's
Vanish.
it called? The Murloc that draws for both guys.
Yeah, Oracle.
Yeah, Oracle.
Cool, like Oracle
you
Vanish,
both draw
cool.
2 cards. You play like 2 giants. Like
You clear the field with Vanish, drop 2 giants for almost nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like with Vanish, you even get cards yourself in the hand. So
exactly. This card has potential, even though it's not.
If you're a crazy-minded player.
It has potential, but it's not obvious how you put it together in a competitive deck.
Yeah.
I just feel like it might work in some matchups, but there will be some, like, in general, most tech cards you see
against a lot of
are either like really extremely hard counters against something, or they are counters to something and still works against the rest.
Yeah.
This card will be good, really good. Not a hard counter, but it will be really good against some decks, and it will be completely useless against others.
The thing is, it's not even that great against the Giant Warlock, because they could easily destroy 8/8s.
No.
For the most part, I
No.
think. They have Siphon Soul,
They have 2 Siphon Souls.
they have the AoE thing.
Shadow Flame?
Yeah, Shadow
Yeah,
Flame.
but
They have 8/8s themselves that they can trade into.
Yeah, okay,
It's
but
one of
that's
the
not a
decks
problem.
that have a. Yeah, I guess.
Like if it takes another 8/8, then it's done its job.
I think there's more merit to playing this in a mill kind of deck
Yeah.
than there is to
Take
trying
it
to
randomly.
counter or something.
True.
That's true, probably.
So I think that is all of the cards that has been revealed so far.
Yeah.
And this has been like what? The 3-part series.
Yeah.
It's been almost 2 hours maybe.
Yeah. But it's good to look closer to the cards, even
Yeah,
just
discuss it in
us
detail.
discussing them
Yeah.
in detail
Yeah.
make me more sure what I want to look for and what I'm
Yeah.
gonna look for to in the expansion. It's really important to notice that we've seen a small part of the expansion.
Yeah.
This can be way bigger upsets than this.
Yeah.
But what we already have seen is definitely going to change the meta we have right now, and that's a refreshing thing, I think.
Stop the plan. It disagrees, aren't you?
Okay. But yeah, it's gonna change the meta, and I'm glad that's gonna happen, because it at the current condition it's pretty stale.
Yeah.
For the people worrying about the amount of RNG cards, they've also said that they prefer to show some RNG cards rather than non-RNG cards. So the entire set is not going to be as RNG based as the
And
subset of the cards we saw.
Like the cards we've seen, there's a lot of mechs. I don't think it's gonna be that crowded with mechs.
No. It's gonna be like they said. It's gonna be 1/3, about 1/3 of the new cards are gonna be mech.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which is actually a lot.
But I'm equally looking forward to good vanilla cards as well. To take spots from some of the other vanilla cards. I really feel like a good rounded cards as well can be equally exciting. Sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. So, without further ado, that is it for the 11th episode of HearthBreakers, and we will see you guys next time, probably with some information about how it went in Azerbaijan for IESF.
For this
guy. So, see you guys later.
Take care.